How's it going? Okay, this one then. So learn one counterintuitive training protocol that will set you apart in the sand dunes. This really was a big hitter for me out in the desert, and I saw people do completely opposite, and it took its toll. It cost them sort of vital minutes, vital sometimes 20, 30 minutes at a time. Made them feel pretty shit. Disrupted their flow as they worked through the desert and all that kind of stuff. And it just doesn't need to happen. Where this stemmed from was I used to do a lot of jungle training in the military, and basically, where in the jungle with 90 odd percent humidity and really warm temperatures, rough terrain, dehydration. The chance of dehydration was huge. So we had to sort of learn this little training protocol, really, just to stave off dehydration and make sure that you're as prepared as you can be when you get to certain parts of the terrain. It's dead simple. Okay, simple in theory, not always simple in practice if you're not aware of what you're doing and what's coming up. So basically, back to our little map of the terrain. So what this is what happens with majority of people. They're steaming along here, and they've got quite a big sand dune to get up, quite a big hill. Let's say we're going up this one. We're going to motor all the way up here to the top of here, okay? Which you may well do. And what most people do is they'll go, right, okay, set the sights on it, right, let's go. Power up, get all the way to the top of here, absolutely blowing out their arse. They've sweated pretty much all their hydration out. They're desperate for some kind of ready energy to consume. All right, they sit at the top. They try and find some shade. They're up there in the elements, getting a great view, but they're not enjoying the view because they've really, they've hung themselves out to dry on the way up. So the counterintuitive thing, okay, as you're getting down here, what I would do is as I was approaching this kind of terrain, this kind of climb, this kind of ascent, about 10 minutes out, I would start to drink a few sips of electrolytes. I would start making sure that I've got plenty of water inside me. Okay, I would start. I had some shot blocks, little energy blocks, like little bits of jelly. I would take a couple of those and a few nuts and all this kind of stuff. And in essence, I'm putting that stuff in my belly here, so that by the time I'm sort of getting up to here, my body's already starting to absorb it. So when I get to this point here, I can then skip on. I don't need to sort of wait and rehydrate, refuel, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm off, And I was like that annoying little, what's that cartoon character? Freaking what's he called? Let me see if I can find a little. There we go. Is that him? Let's have a little look. I was like that little annoying cartoon character. Yeah, that's him, Pepe Le Pew. I was like him, where they're trying to get away. The women are trying to get away from him, and he just keeps rocking up. No matter how far they run and all that kind of stuff, and how fast they run, they're just trying to get away from him. And the car just keeps popping up, and that was like me. In fact, I was running with another former Royal Marine who was by far, the fitter of the two of us. In fact, he was incredibly fit and strong. But he just didn't manage his nutrition and hydration right, and he sort of fell victim of powering up the hill. Get focused, laser focused on the hill, thinking, right, here's the objective. The objective is to get to the top. For me, the objective was to get beyond the top. Therefore, nutrition now, really think about what you do in your hydration, your nutrition. Get to the top, okay, because you need to live to be able to crack on for the rest of the route. And really, that's what it's about. So I apologise if you was expecting something mega technical, but quite often, it's not the technical that gets you through. Out in the desert, I've said time and time again, there is no place for complexity, and this is a real simple method to get you up some of them sand dunes and cracking on in a great fashion.